Hi guys, and Happy New Year. It is January 2nd. It is Saturday, January 2nd, 2021, and this is my first episode of Virgo Vibes this year. On Anchor, when you upload the podcast, you can choose a season and an episode number. So I knew once this new year started, I was going to start a new season, and this is like season 2, episode 1 of Virgo Vibes. So I have a lot of, exciting ideas and plans and goals and concepts for this year, which I'm sure a lot of people do, especially creatives. And just after 2020, I know everybody is like, all right, we have to make 2021 our year. Although I think everything's still going to be a transition and everything like that, it's like we can go into a new year with a new mindset. So I hope you guys were able to ring in the new year in a fun, safe, healthy, and happy way with your close friends, family, loved ones. I am super excited. I love Capricorn season. I love January. I love the thought that I can create resolutions and goals. And I think a big thing too is decluttering your space, like your mind, your space, and honestly, I feel like social media and like your phone and what's on your phone is like another aspect of what to clear. Like there's, what do they say? Mind, body, and soul. And like it's like your physical space, like your mental space, your emotions. I think phone and your digital space is like another aspect of that. And I think cleaning up people you're following on, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever. Getting rid of photos that maybe you don't need, or cleaning up your camera roll. I like to keep my camera roll very compact and simple, and I just if I want a photo, I want to know where I can find it. So what I tend to do is I have a hard drive with a lot of gigabytes, and every couple weeks or so, or after some sort of event, I'll go through my camera roll and I'll airdrop what I have to my flash drive or hard drive, and I have folders and it's all organized, and it has this or that, or family, friends, work, school, so I can just organize all of my documents really nicely in there, and you can't really do that on your phone as much. So yeah, I think decluttering is a big thing. I got these new monthly planners. I keep a monthly planner for what I make monetarily every month, and I have a planner for YouTube. I also have my affirmations and goals listed and resolutions, so I think I'm gonna rewrite those, just because when it's a new year, I usually like to get a new notepad or loose leaf, or in the back of my calendar, right in the notes section of the monthly planner, I like to write down all my affirmations and stuff and keep it all in one place. So that's really exciting. I woke up earlier today. Usually I've been sleeping until 12, but I'm fixing that. I think I'm gonna shoot for going to bed around midnight/1 and waking up at 10. I'm gonna start with that. Who knows, maybe eventually it'll be earlier. Waking up, doing my yoga, working out, meditating, so important. I meditated this morning, and I did my gratitude meditation. I think my playlist page, that's all my meditations that I save, is public on my channel. I know my yoga one is public as well, and I think people actually use that. They'll search yoga, and I guess my playlist comes up with a bunch of different yoga stuff. I don't know. So who knows? I really don't know that much about how all of that works. I do know that I'm recording this right now with wire headphones, the ones that you stick in, not AirPods, not just with my regular audio. I'm hoping it's recording well. I just figured the wire headphones have a microphone that you can feel and see, which, if I do accidentally hit it or bang it, yeah, it'll make a little explosive sound, but whatever. I'm getting a new phone tomorrow. I'm getting either the iPhone 11 or the 12. I'm getting a new phone tomorrow, which I need because I take pictures. I'm in social media. I'm media and entertainment. I film self-tapes. I do my podcast. I do YouTube. I need it. And this phone's 3.5 years old. It's really, really crappy, and I'm ready for a new one. So I'm very excited about that. Yeah, I have my little notepad here of my talking points and everything. So if I pause, it's really because I'm looking at that. And if you hear a pen or a paper, I'm looking at it. So I wanted to talk about a bunch of different things that happened. So I graduated. I did my moving out vlog, or I did my last week in Manhattan vlog, which you guys can check out on my channel. It is January 2nd that I'm filming this or recording this podcast. So you guys could go over right now, and that is the last video on my channel as of right now. I actually updated my YouTube banner. I don't know if you guys saw, but I put how I will upload videos every Tuesday at 1 p.m. because for a very long time I was sticking to Tuesday at 1 p.m. This fall, 2020, I really was like, like I don't know. I just started, I tried, and I think I mentioned this in my last podcast, like I tried to do like a Virgo letting loose for the first time in her life, But now I moved out. I'm back home. I'm in Westchester. I completely unpacked all of my things. Like I really tried to get rid of trash that I don't need. I'm just really trying to structure my life again, which I talked about in my last podcast. And yeah, so I didn't really have a consistent upload routine. I just like had events. I had class. I had this, I had that. I had the city. I had Westchester. A lot of different stuff that got in the way. So I was letting loose with my uploading schedule, but now I updated my banner so that I have to do it every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Like my videos go up Tuesday at 1 p.m. EST. If I have bonus videos or podcasts, that's another day of the week. I have more time now since I graduated, so I know that I can like probably push out more content, especially that I'm getting a new phone. I know that videos became really hard and almost frustrating, and I got a little upset toward the end of the summer because my audio on my phone was really messing up. The video was fine, but the audio was getting weird and wonky, and it made editing that much harder. It made the quality of my videos lower, but that's gonna change because I'm getting a new phone tomorrow and I'm uploading, and I have my Instagram linked in my new banner, which you can see the full banner on desktop, and then on the mobile you can see the new videos every Tuesday. So I'm getting back on that schedule. This podcast I will record more often. I'm nervous to say it, but I'm going to do it. Okay? I'm going to do it. Period. Point blank. Period. I'm doing it. Follow this podcast, favorite it. Let me know if you're listening on Spotify, Apple Music, Anchor. I don't really know. But yeah, that's what's happening. I do want to actually start implementing videos. So my favorite YouTuber is Stella Ray, my queen. She's my favorite YouTuber. I feel like I like to have my videos. I don't know. I like her style of videos, and I hope mine are kind of like that too, because that's what I enjoy watching. So I hope that I can put that out there as well. And yeah, I know. Wait, why was I mentioning her? This had to do with something. Anchor, favorite it. I don't even know now. I'm confused. But like she does it every week, her podcast, and I think maybe that's why I mentioned her. I just wanted to put up more content and stuff. But anywho, yeah. So let me I'm going to cross off some things. Okay. New planners. I talked about that. Decluttering. I talked about that. New phone. Oh, that's why I was talking about her. She does like visual podcasts. So like she has her podcast just audio, and then she also uploads like videos of her doing her podcast and puts that on her channel. And I kind of want to start doing that. I want to invest in a microphone this year. Also want to invest in a camera. I think I will just make, what I want, which is like this to be a form of income for me, and me able to like do this consistently and like put out better quality videos that I enjoy, that you guys enjoy. I want that to be a reality, and like taking the step of like investing in the camera equipment and whatever and the microphone. Like I know it's scary and it's a big thing, but like I just got to do it. So speaking of just doing things, okay. So I graduated. I finished my stuff December 2020. I say that I graduated in December 2020 virtual because that's when I finished school, Virtual commencement is the end of January, but I feel like that doesn't mean I graduated. That's just the ceremony. So I feel like December 2020 is my graduation. And yeah, it's very exciting because I graduated during a pandemic, during virtual classes, but also in Capricorn season and like in the new year. And I don't know, it's just a fresh start for everything. Like 2021, wow, I'm not a full-time student. I am just an adult. I'm a 21-year-old living in my parents' house because I think I have plenty of time to figure my life out. My goal is to like move out before I turn 22, and my birthday's September. I'm a Virgo, y'all know. So I have time. And here's the other thing. All right, let's talk about this. My plans, I should have seen this coming. I should have known. Seeing people like close friends or family, whoever, asking about, oh, you graduated, congrats. Like, what are you up to now? Bitch, calm down. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm going to get upset at you. If I graduated in 3.5 years instead of 4, you can give me the liberty of the extra few months before you ask me what I'm doing, okay? I'm breathing because I never wanted to go to college. So actually, I'm finally like done with school. I don't believe in the United States school system and American school systems personally. I don't like the way it's set up. I think it's very pointless. It's a waste of your time. You don't actually know what you want to do or the type of person you are, because everything's just about doing well. But it's like, why am I doing well? It's like what people say about geometry and calculus. Like, do you need this in your life? No, you don't. You really don't. Like, so I think it's stupid. I think we should like be shown different things when we're in school to see what piques our interest, to like train us for the real world after school. Like, we should be learning real life things, not things that you memorize for an exam that you pass to look good for college that is pointless. Like, for me, I didn't really, whatever. Anyway, yeah, I'm done. And it's like what I've been telling people is, well, I'm just relaxing. I was like, my first thing was to move back home and unpack and celebrate the holidays. And yeah, okay, cool. Now that's all over. And then the other thing is I'm getting in a good routine. I'm going to wake up, work out, eat healthy again. I'm getting back on my like taking all my vitamins, my probiotics, eating healthy, eating more protein, caring for myself, self-care, self-love. And yeah, there's so many things on my LinkedIn that I've saved. I just want to put out more content on YouTube. I want to do my modeling more, just everything. Like, I have things in place. Like, I have internships I've applied to, I have jobs I've applied to, and I have the liberty of these next few months. That's kind of like my buffer, my grace period. I don't need to know exactly what I'm doing because my class graduates in May. And guess what? It's January and I'm 4 months ahead of them. So 4 or 5. And I don't know. It's like, don't ask me what I'm doing because you do not need to be rushed. And that's what I want to talk about. If you have an idea, if you have a concept, and there are people who are just bringing you down, that's because like they secretly want to do what you're doing. Like, they want to break the norm, like The Art of Nonconformity, the book that I read. And like, I have all these books, these ebooks saved in my different ebook apps, like my library apps, and like downloading ebooks or whatever, all about like self-improvement, self-empowerment, and like doing your own thing and breaking the norms. Like, I don't want to work a 9-to-5 job. I like my per diem gigs. I like creating my own schedule and making money in a bunch of different ways that I enjoy doing, and that doesn't feel like work. That's why I like being an extra. That's why I like film shoots. That's why I like YouTube and social media, because you have like, I don't want to say complete autonomy, but you have way more than you would if you were working a 9-to-5 under some corporation and just wasting 40 hours a week, like, for nothing. So, yeah, like, people who kind of put down your ideas and your goals or think it's stupid, they're probably millennials or older generations, not Gen Z. They are very like closed-minded. I don't know. It's like my parents were both into science. My dad's in like the health and medicine. Like, he's a front care worker. Like, he works at a hospital. My older sister is a doctor. My other sister did chemistry and biology in school and like wants to pursue like the sciences and stuff. And then it's me. Hello, hi. I studied media studies with a journalism concentration, a theater minor, dance classes. Like, I'm in the creative world. I'm in New York City. I was in an urban campus. My sisters weren't in as much of an urban campus as I was. So it was just like, it's very different. And like, I was in an arts honors program at my college, and I met a lot of different creatives. I learned from them. I just got inspired by them. And I know that this is what I want to do. And just because like they don't think it's as viable, and like my parents are always telling me, oh, you should have done finance or accounting because you're so like on top of that. Yeah, why can't I be on top of it for myself and for my friends and family? Like, I can be financially independent and not have it be my job. Like, just because I'm good at something doesn't mean it has to be your job, you know? And if I have these other passions, I'm allowed to pursue them. And like, I do want to move to Manhattan this year. That's a big goal of mine. Like, I just want to get into a good routine with myself again and move to Manhattan and like finally have a good source of income living my life and not doing part-time stuff just to make a little bit of money. Like, I can't wait to become super fully independent this year, and I'm very excited for that, and just to finally be doing what I want to do. And I feel like, yeah, my older sister is a millennial and just not as open-minded as a lot of Gen Zs are, and I have learned to like accept that they are just, that's how they were raised, it's how they grew up. And at the core of it, I'm sure there is a hint of envy and jealousy of them not like wanting to put you down or your ideas or your goals because they sound fun. And like, if you are successful and you can create a fun, healthy, happy living from what you're doing, and it's fun and it doesn't seem like work, and they're like, stressed out at their 9 to 5 that maybe they're not even fully invested in. Like, honestly, they're probably just jealous. They want what you have. They want your ambition and your belief in it, and they're putting you down because they're upset that they couldn't do it. So 2021, fuck people who don't believe in you. If you believe in yourself, and if you are like, what's the thing? I learned it in one of my books. It was like, was it creative visualization? I have to like rewatch all of my book review playlists, but it's like, if you want something, you believe you can have it, and that it's achievable, and you're willing to have it and allow it into your life, then it's possible. And that's manifestation. Don't let other people affect you. That's what I wrote down in my notes. Just don't let their stupidity and closed-mindedness and they're going to call you naive. They're going to call you like, oh, you're just wishful thinking, like whatever. You know what? Basically, like, just don't fight. Don't fight with other people. You can make a point, you can make a solid point, and it's like, if they don't believe in you, they don't believe in you. And that's just like, if you watch Shark Tank and none of the investors invest, and then like they end up going on to have like a multi-million-dollar business, yeah, they're lost. They're lost for not believing in you and supporting in you, because guess what? It's like in all the rap songs, like Post Malone or like literally any rapper, they're like, oh, like you used to make fun of me, now I'm making like, I got millies in the bank. It's like, literally, like, if they don't believe in you, that's their loss. Because then when you become successful and happy and they see you living your best life, they're going to be jealous. And you can just laugh at them. I just really wanted to get that. Oh my God, I'm like stuttering. I just really wanted to get that out there, because I don't know, if you believe in you, then it'll happen. And just like apply yourself, like follow your dreams, chase your dreams. I feel like not enough people chase their dreams. A lot of people settle, and that's fucking stupid. Don't settle for anything. Don't settle for less than you deserve. Don't settle for your career. Don't settle for your family relationships. Like, work for what you know you deserve. God, I'm just like annoyed. Anyway, so yeah, I have all these like plans. Like, I literally, and I recommend this to you. If you have resolutions, cool, you can write down your resolutions. But what I want to start doing more is like scripting, and like, I think that's what it's called. I don't want to say journaling. It's more like scripting, but it's like, write out your ideal life, like how you want to live. You could do this like in the future sense, because if you're still in high school or college, like you're not there yet. But if you are in that current thing, maybe it's like, oh, this year, like I'm going to write a little scripting moment about my future apartment. I want to write about my like YouTube channel and my lifestyle and traveling and warm weather and everything like that. Scripting like as if it's already happening. Like, I have a 2-bedroom apartment. One of them is my bedroom. One of them is my office, my filming space, my workout room. My living room's really pretty. I can entertain people. I have an entertainment space. My fridge is really good. I successfully, like, I have a healthy, balanced lifestyle and diet and work out, and I like see my friends. Like, I have a good time. I love what I do. All that, just scripting it and writing it out. I want to do mood boards more and like vision boards. Oh my God, guys, it's just so inspiring. I want to read my books and whatever. So I highly recommend that if you've never done it before. I've done it, but not like consistently. Like, I've done it in like activities that professors been like, oh, write this down, or a like whatever, some sort of like focus study. It's like, oh, we want you guys to like script and write out a letter to your future self and like where you want to be in 5 years. But like, I kind of want to do it for myself. I've also written down like my ideal daily routine. Like, I wake up, I meditate, I read, I write poetry, I work out, I do yoga, I go on a walk, I change, I film, I take photos, I record a podcast, I do whatever social media I need to do that day. Like, just like, it's just so inspiring. I don't know. Does anybody else like love Capricorn season? Is it just me? Actually, speaking of I should look up Capricorn season stuff, because you know how I said like I wanted to look more stuff up. Like, oh, like let me look up and Google little astrological things about the month or the season and incorporate it in the podcast, because it does have a hint of astrology, you know? That's the type of podcast I listen to, and that's what I want to put out. The more I share, I feel like the more I'll learn too. So yeah, I want to script out like my ideal routine and stuff and all that. And yeah, basically a lot of people discredit they discredit the value that working on yourself and creating a good, healthy balance with your mental self, your internal self, your physical self, like what you're eating, how you're sleeping, how you're moving your body. Like, I should be allowed to say, oh, what are your plans after you graduate? To have a healthy lifestyle, take a few weeks to myself and create a healthy lifestyle. Like, if you have like health complications that you need to work out, like people are dealing with acne or hormonal imbalances or like anything, like that takes priority. You want to be healthy and happy, and that should take priority before you jump into a 9 to 5, because then you're going to get stressed out while you're working and like not fully happy with yourself because there are things you haven't dealt with. And maybe like your 7 chakras, maybe you need to balance your chakras. You have internal blockages you need to overcome, or you need to work on your relationships with your family, your siblings, your close friends. Like, these are all things that don't have like monetary value and don't necessarily like put money in your pocket and are the classic idea of success in that sense, but it's the foundation to being successful in any way in your life is to be happy with yourself and those closest to you and around you and like your environment. So I just wanted to tell you guys that if people are being annoying, like, ignore them. God, I don't even know. Just try to be confident. Cute. Briefly, I do want to talk about 2020. So it wasn't even a good year or a bad year for me. Like, it was like just a year. It was just weird. For me, a big negative was all the anxiety it brought me. I had a lot of anxiety in the summertime. And I've discussed this multiple times, but I just like, I couldn't really live I couldn't really live like an enjoyable summer. I love the sun, I love the beach, and I couldn't really do that much, but I did work on my, what I was eating and my workout routine. I just like really like was taking care of my body and my skin, and I was like glowing. I did things for myself. I've been changing up my hair a little bit, my eyebrows a little bit. I want to list out the things that I've been doing that are like, I call them like, oh, my beautification list, like the little things I've done for myself to make me feel good and make me feel more confident. Like, not because anybody told me to. The fact that I'm doing all these things during quarantine when I'm not going out and like seeing people and like seeing the public, like I'm wearing a mask. Like, a lot of the stuff I've been doing, it's like you can't just see when you're wearing a mask. So that's how you know that you're doing it for yourself, not for other people. But yeah, like, just I might put out a video of like all the little things I'm doing, and that's been really nice. Like, even fake nails. Like, I'm wearing fake nails. I did fake nails for Christmas. I love it. Do little things that make you happy if they're in your financial means, and it's the little things that really do make you happy. But I couldn't really enjoy my summer that much. I didn't know if I would be able to live in Manhattan or not. I was able to, which was really nice. However, I got a lot of anxiety traveling because like they have said, like it's been more violent and less safe this city this time of year, or this whole year, 2020, ever since quarantine. It was a little less safe in the city, and I knew my parents were a little worried for me. I had a lot of anxiety about like them worrying about me and like if they were comfortable with me being there, and a lot of like travel anxiety this year. And I love traveling. I absolutely love it. Like, even like traveling to different parts of Manhattan and exploring different like restaurants, taking the Metro North, like all those little things, I really do enjoy it. I had a lot of anxiety this year about it, just because of the media and how scary Corona's been and the violence that they're covering in the media. I had a lot of anxiety over that. I had a lot of anxiety over if people were mad at me or not, and that's really upsetting. And I don't ever want to live like just trying to please other people, because I feel like I tend to do that. I tend to push away my personal like feelings about what I want to do, and like this is genuinely what, like if someone asks a question, it's like, what do you want to do, or like, is that how you really feel? Like, I need to get in touch with like, yes, this is how I really feel, instead of making up different types of, well, if this is what you want, I'll do it. Like, I feel like I make too many sacrifices for other people that don't deserve it, or that don't show the same like respect back to me. Like, I deserve more respect. I need more respect. I'm going to set better boundaries and more like, this is what I need, and if you can't provide that, tell me right now, because then it's not going to happen. Like, we have to rediscuss this communication and this friendship or relationship, whatever, because I feel like I don't necessarily let people walk all over me. Like I don't do that. But sometimes my Virgo nurturing and generosity, I give a little too much sometimes. And I never want to do that to the point where I start regretting it and feeling negative about it. And yeah, I just had a lot of anxiety about other people, making other people sad. And I'm a people pleaser, and I think I need to learn that if other people don't like something I do, that's them. And if it's genuinely what I want to do, then I should still stick to what I want to do. Gosh, I had to get that off my chest. Other anxiety of 2020, the fact that I didn't know things until like the day of or the day before, like a lot of last minute things and spontaneity, which could be fun, but it also, I always have this fear of things just not working out exactly how they should. And I don't think that's bad. I think it's good to like try to use that fear to be like, okay, well, let's make sure we can make it as smooth as possible. Make sure we plan everything really well as best as we can. And if something doesn't work out well, dealing with it as it comes. And that's where meditations really helped. I started meditating this summer, or last summer, I guess, summer 2020. And it really did change my life. Like I've talked about this in other podcasts, but I can deal with situations much more calmly, easily. I don't really fight with people because if I add more anger and fuel to the fire, it's just going to make it worse. So yeah, honestly, if your friends and family are pissing you off, just tell them to meditate in the most calm way possible. Tell them to read self-improvement books, because like I tell people that and it gets them so mad. And then like all I do is I'm like, oh, you're missing out. And I just like leave calmly and like, and it's like, bro, like your energy, you're increasing the cortisol and the stress hormones in your body, and your body and skin is not going to thank you for that. But anywho, yeah, a lot of anxiety with like things, last minute things, and worrying if things are going to work out. And I think I do need to work on that. Stop worrying and thinking things aren't going to work out. I think I need to believe in good things more and believe in positivity, and things can happen for me. Like things happen for you, not to you. I think that's a quote. I believe. Speaking of quotes, I've been reading way more on Instagram Explore, and how they're recommending different things. I read more like inspo quotes, poetry. I want to read more poetry and write more poetry. And that's like a long-term goal of mine, to publish a poetry book, probably an ebook, but I would love to have a few hard copies. But yeah, that's like a random goal of mine. There was something else I wanted to say about, was it meditation or anxiety? Something about anxiety. Oh, like realizing that I deserve good things. That's something that I need to work on. That's one of my blockages, I think, which I've chipped away at in 2020. But yeah, it's been a lot of learning, self-reflection, and just trying to be my best possible self. And I do quickly want to talk about, since I did graduate, before I wrap up the episode, I want to mention why my college was like the perfect college for me. And a lot of people at my school, I went to Hunter College. A lot of people fucking hate Hunter. They trash on it. And I'm like, calm down. Also, I graduated with a 3.94. You can call me smart or whatever. Summa cum laude. Boom. Like a semester early. Love that for me. Anyway, I don't know. If you're like looking at colleges, I have no idea how all that shit works during Corona, but I'm gonna base it off of what happened when I was looking at colleges. I had to look at price. That was a big one. Hunter College is a CUNY. So it's a public school in New York, and it's affordable compared to private universities. So I knew it was more affordable for me. I applied to like their thing that covers tuition, and it even covered some dorm years. I got waitlisted there, but I got into the honors program that provided like a 60% scholarship, so I didn't owe a lot. And then I also had 2 private grants. So I knew I had which I didn't actually know I would get one of the private grants until like my second year. And then the other private grant was from like a third party. But the in-college scholarship was really good, and the dorm was perfect for me. Like it's a shitty dorm. You guys have seen my vlogs in there. It's a very old building, but it teaches you a lot of independence. It teaches you how to live in a building in Manhattan that is not a luxury building. It teaches you how to live on your own. It teaches you how to cook, how to share a communal bathroom, how to share a communal kitchen. but to also be independent and keep your room clean and deal with insects if you have insects, and a lot of just like learning. Like it felt like an apartment building, just a really shitty apartment building. But the main thing there was that it was affordable. It comes out to like $600 a month, which to live $600 a month in your own little room in Manhattan is a really good find, you know. Yes, it was a shitty building, but it was a good find. I always told people if those dorms did not exist, I probably wouldn't have gone to Hunter. But the dorms was a big thing for me. And again, although it's shitty and although a lot of people had issues with it, it's exactly what I needed. They didn't have a meal plan, which I did not want. I didn't need excessive amounts of food that would just lead to waste and, you know, not even healthy vegan food. I didn't have to waste money on a meal plan. I was able to cook and find vegan restaurants and all that stuff. So that was really good. No meal plan. I looked at my program. It had, you know, theater, which I was able to minor in, do all my acting classes. It was in New York City. And a big thing about my school and why my school worked for me, even though I did not want to go to college, was because I liked how it was a big school. I liked how there were so many people. I could always meet new people. I could always lose people in the crowd of all the people at school. And, you know, you never knew what to expect going to school. And the commute to my school made it feel like I was commuting to work. I learned how the subways worked. I had a 30-minute commute to school, which I would leave like an hour early for. You guys saw my, 6 a.m. morning routine, going to school really early so that I had time before class. And it taught me like, how to like plan ahead and commute in Manhattan. And, other people don't do that at other schools. They just walk to class. They roll out of bed and they walk to class 10 minutes away. They can walk. They have a meal plan. Like, nah, I did not have to do any of that. Like, I did not have I really had to learn how to be independent. And that's why I loved the dorm, the lack of meal plan. I loved the commute. I loved the structure and how it forces you to grow up. And other college people live in their little bubble and don't know how to be like independent. And I think more people need to learn how to be independent. So that was really great learning experience. I feel like the structure of my school, how it's not a traditional school, really made me the person who I am today, and it makes me comfortable going into situations blind. Like, I moved into Manhattan not even having ever spent a night in Manhattan before, and like I lived there for 3.5 years, so it was really cool. And the fact that it was like the city, I could explore and meet people and network and do things like all my modeling stuff and even YouTube and acting, like that's all like outside of school. Like, that's not like school did this for me. School taught me things, but being in the city and just, walking in the city and meeting new people, exploring different areas really helped me grow and mature. And now I'm like very independent, and I graduated at 21 years old. Like, a lot of people graduate when they're like 23 at my school, or 22. And like, I just turned 21 and I'm already done. So, although a lot of people shit talk my school, it financially worked out for me. They treated me well. I never had any issues. I was in an honors program. A lot of good things came my way. And I'm happy with my time. I'm happy to have had that chapter in my life. And I'm excited to move on to the next big thing. Which, again, big point of this podcast, creating your own healthy, happy lifestyle with yourself is a valid, viable thing to do for your post-grad plans. If it's not starting work or school again, or like a full-time job, like, that's okay. That's not a priority. Like, your health, happiness, and internal connections with yourself is important. So yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. Again, as always, it's me, Elizabeth, your host for Virgo Vibes Podcast. Follow me on Instagram at elizabeth.j. I'm hoping to launch different Instagrams this year, and really put more work into my vegan Instagram and other things, and putting this out more, putting more videos out, being more consistent. You can check out all of my work on my link tree, which is linked below. I have a business email if you guys want to work on any collaborations or anything. And thank you so much last time I checked, I had 249 subscribers. So excited to hit 250, and then 300, and then 500, and then 1,000. And yeah, I love you guys so very much. Check me out on all my platforms. I'm wishing you a very healthy, happy, exciting 2021 Capricorn season, January, everything. Sending you love and light. Thank you for listening, and I will see you guys in my next video or talk to you guys in my next podcast.